29 male roast me please. Usually the comb over goes toward the bald. Bro, he had to pick a side. Shoulda gone all straight forward. You look like 5 cutouts of different people mashed together and none of them are pleasing to the eye. Steve Buscemi, Gerald Ford, Mosai Zlak, Clint Howard, Michael Strahan. Your dad had to roofie your mom just so you could breastfeed. That is not the face of a man that was breastfed as a baby. I'm betting that most of his nutrition came from half-empty beer cans full of cigarette butts. His teeth look like he was breastfed through a grease nipple. Cost $13.91 to take an Uber from one front tooth to the other. At least his teeth are social distancing. Man, I really needed a confidence booster today. Thanks. You look like you just came out of 4 hours in makeup, to nail a role as a war-torn medieval peasant leper. He's the third Clegane brother, the molehill. Who have to in your family to create you? I see a wedding ring. You must be rich. I bet that's a purity ring. Bro, what happened? You look like how Japanese propaganda portrayed white people. You got greedy the day chromosomes were being handed out and went back for seconds. God roasted you hard enough, bro. Feel bad roasting you since your house almost burnt down. But hopefully you can move back to Notre Dame soon. Nope. Can't think of a thing to say here. I can't post this picture because of my shitty internet. Search Lon Chaney Phantom of the Opera on Google Pics. That's you. And honestly I think that's a compliment, rather than a roast. Just turned 18. Wore my cancelled prom dress for that Instapic. Pre-frosh planning to major in philosophy or econ. She thinks she's getting roasted now. Wait until she gets 3 years into student loans for a philosophy degree. No need to act like someone actually asked you to prom. Prom wasn't cancelled, they just didn't want you to go. They were even too lazy to prepare the blood bucket for her. Or just didn't want to carry it. Planning to major in philosophy. Just so you know, in advance, I like my Cafe Americano Grande with 1 extra shot of espresso, cream, and sugar. Maybe good thing prom cancelled if you were actually going to wear that. I'll see you in the club trying to pay off your student loans in 6 years. Ouch. The total cost of the college I'm attending is $79K a year, lol. $79K a year for a philosophy degree? Maybe you should ponder that one a little longer. Oh, so you want to be poor. Gotcha. Don't let your parents find out you're using the flashcards for fake internet points. 23 years old Egyptian dental student. I take asymmetrical photos for a hobby. If you were to lie down right now, your nose would be the second biggest pyramid in Egypt. Technically it would be the biggest asymmetric pyramid in Egypt. You take selfies as a hobby? He looks like the average Foot Locker employee. Gus Fring the teenage years. Giza Fring. You're a dental student but too much of a P to show your teeth. With a face so uninspiring, you won't even need laughing gas to put your patients under. Yeah, symmetry doesn't really suit you. Toast me isn't working, so roast me instead. I swear I'm not like other girls. More filters than an ashtray. Doesn't matter if you're roasted or toasted, you'll puke it up either way. You'll get more attention on Roast Me than OnlyFans. OnlyFans doesn't allow lizards to join the website. Dreamcatcher on the wall and karma on your shirt? But it still looks like you haven't found the right mix of essential oils and crystals to heal your resting bee face. Oh, she did find crystals, but they were the wrong ones. You look like you'd marry a sugar daddy and poison him for insurance money. You look like a slutty lizard. 15 minutes could get you 15 STDs or more. You should cover up, your narcissism is showing. You look like the rich mean girl in every high school movie who tries to steal her friends' boyfriends. Why is your nickname Dumb Booty Butt when it's more than highly likely that you have a dumb flat A? Hooray. Make me cry. 25-year-old tech support agent. I've heard every fat joke in the book, bring it. 2 goatees, that's bold. I think I pull it off alright. You don't. Which sword do you use to cut your shits up so they'll flush? Poop sword. The next level of poop knife? The Last Samurai. Fall out of shape. Final Fantasy. Dungeons and Donuts. Shinobi of the Hidden Grease Village. Dude still looks like he ain't got over the fedora phase. Tech support, kudos to whoever built the floor that's supporting you. I see you study the blade. Master of the butter knife. When he bleeds, people say I can't believe it's not butter. Not surprised you'd remember every fat joke you've heard. After all, elephants never forget. The only time you'd harm a fly is trying to zip it up. I bet his tears taste like gravy. What do you expect from a guy that uses the food chain as a necklace? This man's virginity is better protected than Area 51. You only protect things that people are trying to steal. Roast my 23-year-old self-employed roommate. That dude's got some dirty feet. You should see his room. Looks like the one female the dope dealer makes pay for her weed regardless of how naked she gets. Have you ever smoked a whole cigarette or just the buds you find in public ashtrays? You look like Boomhauer after a failed transition. It looks unstable. I'm serious, someone help get this horse face back to the stables. This picture has a smell. Does it smell like Bigfoot's feet? You look like if you fell asleep at a house party you would wake up with more clothes on. Before seeing photos I already know she looks like her dad more. Don't think she's ever seen him either. Her head is longer than the average human lifespan. The banking clan will sign your treaty. Why the long face, trashy? My 21-year-old brother, he insisted I include that he dislikes and he thinks he's buff. Roast him please. I have seen this exact man pissing outside the subway by my house. What's up with the weighted boots, Windy? He stole them from Ronald McDonald. This is the kind of guy that gets his inmate number tattooed on his wrist after spending 6 hours in the drunk tank. Only thing strong about him is his glasses prescription. We both laughed at this one. I doubt it's as funny with you having to read it for him. He looks like he has his own permanent seat on the city bus. His boots are clearly bigger than his future. At what age did he get to take the helmet off? Don't hate transgenders, go out and live your life. Do what you love. I.e. driving your neon green spray-painted Ford Probe to follow insane clown posse around the Midwest. Almost just broke up for like the 27th time. Apparently back in love? Make us hate each other more than we already do. This looks like a stock photo that's used in pamphlets for both HPV and yeast infections. Looks like something from r/sad cringe where she has no idea they've been dating. This is a shitty Get Out sequel. An interracial gay couple. Like you didn't already have enough strikes against you. Turk and JD. I'm not gonna roast two gay dudes during Pride Month. You're like the candy, Mike and Dyke. Oddly colored and bitter. Toothpaste and orange juice make a better combination. Smart move, date a white chick with small hands. She will think you're a real black guy. One of you is dating out of their league and could do much better. Discuss. You have more breakups than rights combined. Eventually one of them is going to discover black women. Through adversity we grow stronger. Roast me. What are you, Ginger Gandhi? You'll excuse me if I don't want to take spiritual advice from someone who gets a sunburn from opening up a fridge. The only thing slimmer than your lips are your chances of surviving skin cancer. Ed Queeran. You think I will roast you just because you drank ketchup from a bowl like a cat? No. Your eyes say come here, cutie, while your whole body says I work at a funeral home making haircuts as a hobby. No one knows I actually work there. If that were the case, you'd be the Red Hulk. Looks like you just dropped a load on the floor. You look like the kind of guy that forces his girl to get an abortion but won't pay for it. That mustache is even thinner than your career prospects. Guy traded his soul and upper lip for some karma. What adversity have you been in? Starbucks running out of your favorite drink. You ain't growing strong off of that. Roast me now so I'll be warm all winter. Had to verify I'm 22, so you better make this worth it. If you tuck your hair behind your ear, maybe the twin sister growing out of your cheek could see once in a while. Putting the ugly in ugly sweater, I see. Just look at the size of the guy growing on that mole. I thought witches went home after Halloween. If Epstein saw you I could believe he killed himself. No wonder the cameras broke all by themselves. Weird. If I'm not mistaken the braille on your chin says I have nothing to be proud of. You exist to further the appreciation of true beauty. Haha 3 nostrils. Here's a quarter. Go downtown and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face. The material my brain shreds me with at 2 AM is way outdated. Help it out. You look like you've been in more trailers than Morgan Freeman's voice. So I guess you never started a family, had 4 abortions, and are now trying to ignore the fact that you are aging by coloring your hair like a 14-year-old? You look like all 6 of your kids were born with a cigarette in their mouth. Didn't include your collection of healing crystals in the pic? I'm sure roadies knew you by name in the 80s. You look like a My Little Pony that's ready for the glue factory. This is what a guy sees next to him in bed at 2 AM the day he decides to attend his first AA meeting. What was it like when you were pretty? 26F. In the past 2 weeks I got dumped, had a giant leak in my ceiling of my new house, had a $1,500 emergency plumbing job and adopted a cat that pees on everything. Roast me harder than life has. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? You have the nose of a 67-year-old alcoholic man. The plumber actually did his job in this movie. Don't despair. You still have rosy cheeks. Sure, they're from alcohol abuse, but if you don't tell, I won't. Even your nose is embarrassed about your face. You look like your biological clock already gave you the 2-minute warning. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and leave your comments.